Good evening, greetings, and welcome. Tuesday the 9th, and pretty much as we expected, a wintry day in the neighborhood, and as was expected, we've got more of the same. The snow not adding up as much as what you may have hoped for or dreaded, pretty much right on par with what we had predicted, and we're going to see a little more snowfall during the overnight hours. It's going to gradually taper off by tomorrow morning. Wind chill factors are a factor in tomorrow's forecast. The winter weather advisory is still in effect until 10 o'clock tomorrow morning with those periods of snow showers continuing through tomorrow morning, gradually diminishing thereafter. And we also are looking ahead thereafter that as well. So much, in fact, there's a chance of some light snow Friday into Friday night, and then a low-pressure system passing through the region Sunday night through Monday night. Right now, that far out looks to have the potential so far to bring some accumulating snow back to the area. Winter, has come back with a bit of a vengeance. More in your forecast in just a few moments. The boys hosted Betsy Lane last night. I don't know if we'll work that in this evening. The McGough County Library Board met at 3 o'clock, and at my last update on our camera at 5:30, the meeting's still ongoing. Johnson County Fiscal Court met last evening. All of that news more than likely to begin on tomorrow's program. Tonight, a significant and major announcement from the Sagersville Fire Department, and it will affect insurance premiums for all those residents of the city limits of Sagersville who have, of course, fire insurance on your home, and all those in the coverage area of the Sagersville Fire Department as well. We'll go into that in-depth interview in just a few moments, and what was to be a story tonight will be just an announcement, but a great one and one with a story to follow. I'll get to that in just a few moments. Tonight's game, and it was to be senior night, tonight's boys game for the Hornets has been canceled due to the inclement weather. I suspect it's been rescheduled. I just don't have that for you. I'll get you up to date with scores, and we're, of course, winding down the regular season, and we'll get that makeup game and find out more about senior night on tomorrow's program. I've got some highlights that I'll work into tomorrow night's program as well. Another big win for the boys team last night that I just, once again, won't have on tonight's program. With that said, that's all I've got to say. Just a quick break. I'll be right back, and we'll have a big announcement from Fire Chief Paul Howard. A surprise inspection is very seldom something that turns out better than what you had planned for with a planned inspection or scheduled one. But it turned out well for the Sagersville Fire Department, and thus it will translate into savings for residents and members who live in the coverage area of the Sagersville Fire Department. He'll explain in much more detail and better than I when I return. Stay tuned. Hey guys, you didn't forget the Super Bowl, so make sure you don't forget Valentine's Day this Sunday, and the best piece of advice is to stop by the seasonal shop for something extra special for any Valentine. Perfumes, makeup, jewelry, perfect personalized gifts straight from the heart. Plus, they've got something for him, any UK fan, and custom-made baskets filled with anything from the store. Baskets for the kids, or those kids at heart, starting at only $8, ready to go. Plus cards, candy, and more at Fraser's Prater Drugs Seasonal Shop. Happy Valentine's Day.
All this month at Appalachian Wireless, you can get any smartphone 32 gigabytes and under for 50% off when you sign up for service, while supplies last. And for those of you who just gotta have more, well, you're in luck, because Appalachian Wireless will also offer select 64 and 128 gigabyte models for 50% off. Wait for it, while supplies last. So, don't be left out in the cold, because deals like these don't last for long. See store for complete details. Better service, bigger savings. That's today's Appalachian Wireless.
Your hard-earned dollar is worth more at DQ, where our warm and tasty sausage biscuit is only 79 cents each. What else could you buy for 79 cents? Our famous 3-piece chicken strip basket, only $4.99 with fries, gravy, and Texas toast. And our $5 lunch with fries, drink, and either a deluxe cheeseburger, KC barbecue bacon cheeseburger, 3 chicken strips, or 2 chicken wraps is $5, just $5 all day long, with a sundae or a blizzard for just $1 more at your Sagersville DQ.
It's tax refund time! Pop Chevrolet Buick Cadillac can help turn that hard-earned refund into a new ride. Pops has added 2 acres of pre-owned vehicles. That's 2 more acres of quality used cars, trucks, and SUVs, all marked down for tax time specials. Get cut-to-the-bone pricing and affordable payments on a huge selection. Come find your next ride at Pop Chevrolet Buick Cadillac on US 23 south of Prestonsburg. Online at popchevy.com.
You won't beat the prices or find a bigger and better selection and inventory anywhere. Conley's has the tires in stock for your vehicle and your budget, plus 2- and 4-wheel alignment, oil, brake, suspension, service and repair, custom wheels and accessories, all with 6 months same as cash at Conley Tire in Staffordsville. Next to Foothills Telephone or 297-2424. When an accident happens and it's not your fault, you have options. Fight the insurance company alone, pay the medical bills yourself, or get the money you deserve.
I'm attorney Jeff Lovely. For over 18 years, I've been representing people just like you who've been injured in an accident. Don't let an insurance company tell you what your case is worth. If you've been injured, call me. I can help you get the money you deserve.
Find attorney Jeff Lovely at 156 College Street in Sagersville or reach his office at 349-4522. Let's talk ISO ratings for just a few moments. Your ISO rating is a combination, as I understand it, of factors that dictate your insurance premium on your home and your business structure, what have you. And let's talk about how a surprise inspection is hardly ever, and I'll go out on a limb and say never preferred over an announced inspection if you have any type of a business or entity that has to go through that process. But on this occasion with the Sagersville Fire Department, a recent surprise inspection has resulted in a new and lower ISO rating for the city of Sagersville and those people who have structures or insurance on structures within the coverage area of the Sagersville Fire Department. The city of Sagersville's ISO rating going back to 1982 stood at 8. 10 is as high as it goes, and 10 is as bad as it gets, if you will. Fire Chief Paul Howard, who's been in the chief's position since 1997, saw it go then in 97 from a 6 to a 5, and it stayed at a 5 since 1999, from what I understand. That is until recently, where it has fell another digit, and that represents a savings to customers for insurance premiums in the city of Sagersville and the department's coverage area.
The fire department can request an ISO rating, and there's only a couple inspectors in all of eastern United States. But this was a surprise test that they just pulled us out of random. But it's just not the fire department that they look at. They look at the 911 center, and they look at your water supply along with the fire department. Each area, fire department gets 50% of the points or the grading. The 911 gets 25%, and the water supply gets 25%. And they got a scale that they use to break it down to what your total score is. We're always working to strive to make the department better, and it's just not me; it's everybody that works for me to make this. With the inspection of our trucks, inspection of our hoses, inspection of the hydrants. Right now we applied for a AFG grant. We're looking for a tanker truck to help. This will help the ISO rating if we get a tanker truck alone. We just missed 3 by 3 points. Wow. There's 2 factors that would have contributed to the 3 points. One of them was a tanker. The other more personnel. What I mean by personnel is paid people that's on the scene, and we're a small city and small budget. There's no way we can put 5 more people on the shift to expect us to come up with the personnel. So we went with the tanker direction to try to lower it for the future.
That's a $212,000 federal grant that the Sagersville Fire Department has applied for. Paul says they apply for it every year, and they obviously haven't received it yet, but they have hopes that maybe it will come around someday. If they did, that acquisition of a tanker truck would take the ISO rating down further to a 3. So as for today, what does going from a 5 to a 4 mean to residents in the city of Sagersville area and the coverage area of the Sagersville Fire Department?
Say, for instance, if your premium that you pay $1,000 a year, it'll take it down to around $900.
And that's right around a 10% savings that everyone should see in their premium. Keep in mind, these rates do not go into effect until the month of May. We know that local insurance providers have started to receive their notices about the change. If you are an existing customer, you have existing insurance with a company, you may want to question them and make sure that when May comes around, you do get that 10% or that proper reduction. For new customers, if you're going to search for a new policy, that will be something that they will use in giving you an estimate. And it's also something that has been in many discussions about proposed annexation and the benefits of being included in the city limits of Sagersville.
Actually, it's the courtesy of the mayor and the city council. If the mayor and the city council says for the Sagersville Fire Department to not go beyond the city limits, you would go from ISO 4 that's coming up in May to an ISO rating of 9 or 10. In dollar cents, you're going from $900 up to $4,500 or even higher for the same amount of coverage. And you're more than welcome to check with the insurance agent and say, if I'm under ISO rating of 10 or 9, if I go to a 4, what it is, or vice versa, if I go from a 4 to a 10 or 9 non-coverage area, how much is my premiums? We've got to, I write letters every year when people's premiums come that I'm the responding department. My department responds to this area to try to get their premiums down because they've stuck them out into the 10 area. And you know, it's unbelievable. If the persons didn't mind for me to speak their name, I'd give you some names on some people for you to search history on it. But the easiest way, anybody that got insurance, just call your agent and say, if I go from an ISO 4 rating to an ISO 9 or 10 being the worst, you can just compare the same. Say you got a $200,000 home and just compare the difference in how much insurance, how much you're going to pay on a premium versus being in the city limits that you're going to pay what city tax you're going to pay. You're already paying county tax, so all you're going to pick up is city tax, and usually city tax is half or less than what county tax is.
And in a little bit of financial irony, we'll say, the fire department receives an annual revenue, if you will, from a fire premium tax. That tax is included on your insurance premium. And he says currently, last year, for example, it brought in the city to the fire department about $75,000. But because they'll be taking in less of that tax, they'll lose about 5% of that for the Sagersville Fire Department. Roughly about $4,000 is what the department will lose after working to see that the ISO rating drop to benefit residents and property owners. I'll be right back. We've got more local headlines just after a brief word or two, beginning with our friends from the Johnson County Animal Shelter. Come see our pets of the week. This is Tucker. Tucker is a very loving and very affectionate cat. He's up to date on all of his shots and ready to go to his forever home. And this handsome guy is Fideo. He's a high-energy guy that loves toys, loves to play. He has a beautiful shiny coat and would make a great family dog. If you'd like to give them a forever home or to learn more about how to adopt, donate, or volunteer to walk, pet, or even transport an animal to the vet or to their new home, call Whiskers or Wags, the Johnson County Animal Shelter at 297-PETS. I've got an announcement. It was to be a story tonight, but we're going to hold off and do a little more on the story in a few days because the meeting that was set for tomorrow night, an organizational meeting, has now been bumped up to next week, and I'll tell you more about that in just a second. It's about prom, which is going to be here before you know it, and how it's an extra special time of the year, and how some local moms and ladies and others are going to come together and in hopes of getting some support from some others as well to make sure that everyone has an extra special prom season. For now, I just wanted to take a second and direct you to a Facebook page, Project Dresses and Dreams Prom 2016. Kim Reed, April Watson, Tanika McFarland are the names that I know of associated with this thus far. And they've put together, and it's on the Kim Reed here, has put together, as you can see, Project Dresses and Dreams. So what they're working on is basically this. From what they tell me, we've messaged back and forth now for a couple of times today. A day of excited fun and pampering. Obviously, that's important. And they want everyone to feel extra special and beautiful for prom. and especially those who might not have the means to have an extra special prom, whether it's for the dress or the accessories or just what have you, or just maybe a little attention. We all like a little attention, right? So they're in search of dresses, all sizes, shoes, all sizes, and some help with hair, makeup, things of that nature. And so far, it's been very well received. The idea has taken off. They had an organizational meeting set for tonight, but they postponed that, I believe, due to the weather. So they put that off till next week. I don't have the time and the place as of yet. But for now and for the next few days, go to Facebook, find either one of the ladies that I just mentioned, Kim Reed or April Watson or Tanika McFarland, or find the Facebook page Dresses and Dreams Prom 2016. And if you have the resources, means, or ability or interest in being a part of this, I know that a lot of ladies are going to just jump all over this and just have a wonderful time. And you can find out more. So do that between now and then. And I'll sit down with some of these ladies. They worked till about 5:30 today, so I couldn't get with them today. Bottom line is, find them on Facebook, find out more about it. I'll get you up to date, and we'll talk about that meeting in just a day or two and how you can be a part of Dresses and Dreams Prom 2016. A great idea, and we're just hoping to get the word out for them as much as possible. With that said, I think a birthday wish or two and other announcements on tonight's community calendar. I do have actually just in a couple of announcements. I don't have these typed in, so I actually have a 59th anniversary wish that was to go out tonight to Yvonne and her late husband, Pat Arnott. It says, "Mom, we love you very much," from your daughters Frankie and Patty and sons Jesse and Jackie. They wanted to wish you the best on what would have been a very special 59th anniversary. With that said, other announcements. Oh, I've got also a couple of things from the McGoffin County Extension Office. The Friendship Quilters is meeting. Their club or group is meeting on this Friday at the Extension Office at 10. There's a free lunch and learn at the Extension Office this Friday at noon on the topic of understanding generational differences. And the So What Quilters, we're meeting this Saturday, 9 o'clock, and new members, they say, are always welcome. That here's the rest of the announcements tonight, brought to you as always by McGoffin Farm Bureau. I've got another birthday wish to Yvonne Hager, love Deb, Matt, and Lakota, and Chloe, and a whole lot of family and friends. Happy birthday, Yvonne Hager. One last reminder, the Water into Wine Food Pantry is open tomorrow at the Lakefront Church of God on Route 30, 8:30 till 3 tomorrow, and at the annual Sweetheart Banquet at the Burning Fork Community Church is this Saturday the 13th. If you haven't done so, call and get your reservations, whether you're dining in, carrying out the wonderfully prepared meal, steak or chicken dinner, all the fixings and drink, and a room full of desserts to choose from. It's a wonderful evening and a wonderful cause. They hope you'll join them. And we always hope you'll join our calendar, birthdays, anniversaries, club, church, and organizational meetings like you just heard. Mail, email, Facebook, phone, fax. Drop the information off here at the studio. Any way you can get it to me, I'll tell everyone about it. And remember, the programming, the full show airs the following day on our website, in case you missed it the first time, on Howard's Cable Channel 7, Foothills Channel 40, on our site at yournewstoday.com. Turning to funeral service announcements, 60-year-old Teresa Fletcher Whitaker of Royalton passed away on the 6th, the daughter of the late Robert and Dorothy Fletcher. She survived by her husband, Victor, sons David Minix and Joshua Whitaker, also surviving daughters Janelle Duger, Amy Whitaker, and Sue Jackson. My apologies. Visitation is this evening, and up until services, they'll start tomorrow afternoon at 1, all from the Sagersville Funeral Home. Burial afterwards at the Whitaker Family Cemetery. And we just received word of the passing of 52-year-old Ronnie Slusher of Sagersville, who passed away on today's date. The McGoffin County Funeral Home tells me that arrangements are incomplete and still being made at this hour, but will be announced by their facility soon. You can always check out McGoffinCountyFuneralHome.com, their website, to find out any more information about obituaries once they're posted. We'll be right back. For high-speed internet starting at 15 meg for all of your gaming, movie, home, and business solutions, or to watch TV, including your favorite local channels without a contract, with hundreds of channels and digital and HD quality, and to stay connected 24/7 with friends and family, a direct line to 911, or to give your business the link it needs, choose telephone service you know is always there. Just click on their link on this site to find out how affordable the latest technology in communications can be. Foothills Communications. McGoffin County boys basketball highlights, some scores, and other things from around the district and region on tomorrow's program as well. And we'll get caught up on some cancellations there. Also, the Johnson County Fiscal Court met this week, last night. The McGoffin County Library Board met this afternoon. Reports on all that and a host of other news that I have to work into tomorrow night's program and those thereafter the rest of this week. For now, let's wrap it up with your Licking Valley RECC forecast. And there are some reasons that there's always something going on in the weather, but tonight is wind chill warnings and some continuing snow that could cause some travel problems that are our primary focus.
Well, the light colors show some light flakes flying, actually on the radar, and looking to my left eye, not falling on the security camera out front, so very little accumulating snow right now, and only a few flakes to continue during the overnight, but enough to cause some more traffic problems. McGoffin County Schools already, and just actually a few moments ago, about the 4:30 hour, posting a 2-hour delay for tomorrow, and I suspect there will also be some other closings following what will be some intermittent snow showers over the course of your overnight. That wind advisory stays in effect until 10 o'clock. Winter weather advisory, I've got wind chills in my mind. That winter weather advisory stays in effect till 10 o'clock tomorrow. Those periods of snow showers continuing through the early morning hours, diminishing thereafter. Light snow accumulations from start to finish, 2 to 4 inches and closer to 2 inches, and a little less for a lot of us by the time this whole event is over tomorrow night. We'll keep that in mind with some roads and walkways still becoming slippery. Nighttime lows 17 degrees, anything wet on the road or in any form of precipitation whatsoever is going to freeze and cause some problems. There's also a chance of some light snow Friday and Friday night and a low-pressure system that could give us some accumulating snow Sunday through Monday, but we'll worry about that a little later. For tomorrow, we're not going to see daytime highs where you would like to, I'm sure. 25 degrees out there right now and holding at the 6 o'clock hour. We won't see that tomorrow. 22 expected for your daytime high and a 9-degree low tomorrow night. We will see some scattered snow showers early, but those will diminish, I believe, by the early morning hours. Maybe a few isolated snow showers to the tune of like 20% tomorrow night. No accumulation, but enough to possibly on roadways that will definitely be freezing or below to cause some more problems into your Thursday morning. So 9 degrees tomorrow night will still be well under freezing for your Thursday. 27 degrees, Arctic air staying very firm in place, and 12 degrees for Thursday night, albeit mostly sunny, and it will appear nice through the looking glass, but on the outside it will be another cold one this Thursday at 27 and 12 for your high and low. And in case you're making plans for the weekend, well, the weekday, the last weekday, turns into a day, the only day in the forecast above freezing, and it's just barely 33. A chance of some snow after 11, maybe mixing with a little rain in the afternoon, and then a 30% chance of some snow Friday night. And your weekend has another push of Arctic air, 22, and mostly sunny on your Saturday. Nighttime lows in the very low single digits at 3 degrees, estimated and expected. And Sunday, 23, although nighttime lows will be a bit more favorable. We'll see a 2-degree swing in temperatures for Sunday. 23 high, 21 low. Mostly sunny Saturday and for most of your Sunday. And like I said, another low-pressure system Sunday into your Monday that gives us a chance of some accumulating snow. Not willing to go any further than that right now, but it could be a chance of some snow, maybe even a little bit of rain into Monday, which is also Washington's birthday, by the way.
For now, stay warm, stay safe, and stay tuned for more of Your News Today. Hope to see you back tomorrow night. Thank you for watching.